Hey everybody, so I really wanted to make a follow-up video to the prior one regarding Elizabeth, my first wig ever, and today's actually going to be my first official day of wearing it all day. I even have to go out and do some errands, and I'm feeling very secure about it, and I'll tell you why, because up until now I definitely would not have attempted that. So this is going to be probably a longer than all of my videos tend to be long, but there's a lot of things that I want to cover, and I'm thought about maybe doing several videos and breaking it down, but I don't know, it's all related to this follow-up, so if you're at all interested, you will continue to watch, and if not, then you could either forward to parts that sound more interesting or pass me right on by. Okay, so I think first and foremost, I want to say that I am still in love with this wig. I had a little touch and go situation with her, and I will explain that. So that will probably bring me to my first segment here, and those are, I forgot in all of my excitement to tell you what I also purchased with this wig, and kind of how the wig came. I wasn't too up on that because there are so many other reviewers that show you exactly what the box looks like and all of that. And so I'm not too interested in that. And I also did not call this a review because I put links to people who did review this wig much better than I ever could. I am a beginner, guys. I am learning so much, and I will definitely link all of with headings so you know what link is what. My resources that I've used, my favorite resources, YouTube, resources regarding education, learning how to wash your wig, learning how to put it on, just links and different videos that I have stumbled across and searched for that have helped me out tremendously on this new journey that I'm on. So maybe, having those links down below will kind of shorten your search, journey a little less than maybe, and if I can save time for you guys, then that's great. Okay, so when I ordered this wig, this is the box that it came in, and you have seen this already if you have watched many reviews on this wig already. This is a heat defiant wig. I'm not going to go into this really because, again, my first video I talked a little bit about all of that, and I did want to mention, however, that it is securely in this box and it's wrapped in this, and inside the box is a little kind of care card, I guess you can say, and it explains a little bit about the wig a little bit more and gives you tips on how to care for your wig. So for someone like me, that I read it and it was very helpful, and I appreciated that. And then inside, now this is, there is some confusion I can tell out there in YouTube land about these little Jon Renau little wide tooth combs. Apparently they only come in the HD wigs orders that you would place. So only the heat defiant wigs come with a free Jon Renau comb, and this is the only thing that you're going to want to use on these heat defiant wigs. Okay, so that is all that comes with your wig. With the wig, of course. So you get, with the heat defiant wig, you get your comb and a box. I would recommend keeping these just from trying to figure out how, if I were to travel with my wigs, they really recommend you keep these boxes because they are great to pack your wigs in. So, and they're also just a great resource if you start collecting them, being able to refer to them and have each wig have its home. Okay, so what I added on to my purchase at that time was I did order the Jon Renau kit. that comes with the appropriate shampoo, conditioner, and detangler for synthetic wigs, because you got to be careful, guys. If you're looking, there are kits also that are for human hair, so make sure you don't make that mistake. And so I have already used all of these, so I will go into that later, but I did purchase this because I knew that I can't use regular products that are made for human hair on a synthetic hybrid wig. So I did order that at the time. And then I also ordered some of the Jon Renau's, God, the print on here just disappears. This is Hairspray for synthetic wigs. So I ordered that separate. It was not part of this kit, so I ordered that separate. And then finally, what I ordered was one of these really inexpensive. These were $7, and they're just plastic little wig stand, and how it comes not assembled because it's not so easy to ship it that way. So it basically comes completely apart. I'll show you how it comes. It's very comes like this basically. And then all you do, obviously, is you just put this together, you line up the tabs, and voila, you have yourself a stand. And this keeps it secure on here. And these snap right on the top, so it kind of keeps this form together and no problem. Now, the real handy part about getting this little $7 stand for your wig is the drying process. It is open. It's not like the styrofoam kind where the air can't, aerate and get in and under the wig. And so it's a very handy drying stand for your wig. Some wigs, what I've learned from Patti is, they're better if you turn them inside out and lay them down really gently on like a towel. If you have a straight wig, I think it would be probably fine putting on here. Or if you have a wig that has a definite like curl pattern and a style in there, I think you'd want to maybe turn that one inside out, because the memory in that is deep down in the base of the wig, and it kind of gets all those fibers nice and kind of pre-factory ready to go. And then when you're ready to wear it, you turn it inside out, shake it, and it's good to go. But I'm really glad that I got this, because this particular wig dries very, very nicely on here, and so that's good. I do store it on here, and I stick it underneath my cabinet in the bathroom just so it doesn't get dusty. So I do store my wig on here. They don't recommend that you store them for a long period of time flat. So I recommend that. I think this comes in pink and white. I don't know if it came in black, but they're $7. I think it's great. So that is what I ordered on that particular order. Now, if you watched my first, so excited. I was so excited to do that video on my first wig purchase on this one here. You heard that I was having a hard time at first determining what the heck, why this wig wasn't feeling secure and why it wasn't. I would never wear it because it wasn't fitting me correctly. And I would like to go over that also in this video. I will give you the link to the Jon Renau video that I found on YouTube, that a lady will be sitting there, a gal, and she will take you through the steps of how to properly measure your head, which I did not do before I ordered this. But with that said, most wigs come in an average size. You can find wigs, obviously, that come in petite or petite average or large. But I find the ones that I've been looking at anyway seem to only come in average. But I will go over that sizing in a little bit. And also, please look down, and if you're interested at all, go down in the comment box. I will have proper headings to all of these links that could help you out. I've watched probably a dozen different YouTube videos, if I could find them, on all of these. So the ones that were really helpful for me, I will just put those ones down there. Save you all of that traveling around YouTube trying to find something that works. Anyway, so I had to I at first thought I'm going to bring this into our local wig place and see if they could size the cap for me. It's the perimeter of my head is fine. I have a child size measurement apparently, from here to here and from ear to ear, and which explains why the bottom just, I felt like I could pull it down a little farther than normal, and it just, even if I played with adjusting it, I played with letting it out. So anyway, I found out that since this is a hand-tied full laced wig, it is not recommended to have it altered in any way. It's way too, the lacing is just too delicate. I did reach out to a YouTuber that has a channel, and she was kind enough to respond to me and let me know that it can be done, but she highly recommends that that it not be done. So I've figured things out, and I think it's totally fine, and everything is working out. So this leads me to a way to secure this wig on my head so I can feel like I can wear it all day long without it budging, and without it riding up in the back or going backwards. There's just no way I would ever go out until I knew all of that was taken care of. So I am waiting on my third experiment. It has not arrived yet. But my first two experiments with this, I will talk to you about. So the first thing that I ordered was one of these wig grips. They work great. However, I will go over what I had an issue with and why I chose this wasn't a good solution for me. So these are just really thin, very comfortable Velcro wig grips. And they're, I don't know, I guess this is like a velour, maybe, I'm not sure what the blend is, but it has, you know, the nape of the fiber goes in one direction. So they make it real easy for you. They say make sure this tag is facing outward and make sure it's on the right side of your head, and you basically secure this around the perimeter of your head and back. And what happens is that since the fibers are going forward, you get your wig on, and your wig is not going to go back. And it doesn't go back. I mean, that part of my wig was not moving. I felt very secure. It was a couple issues that I had with it. One is it did not secure this part, which is, I think, you know, one of my main issues is the nape area needed to be secured, and this, because my head, apparently, I don't know, but it didn't, the band wasn't able to stay low enough for that security to be in the nape of the neck. So it didn't work for me in that way. The other thing is it's very, very thin. It's very thin. Very thin. But it does raise the cap up ever so slightly. And so it sort of warped the lacing on the front of this wig a little bit. And I did the Patti technique of pressing for the count of 10 and printing. And that did help a little bit, but with my expressions, because, you know, I've got these wrinkles and lots of expressions, I could tell that the lacing was just warping a little bit, even with the pressing and printing technique of hers. So I'm not sending this back, but I probably won't use it. And this particular brand, I think these were $20 if memory serves. Now you can get other brands. I've not tried them to see if they work as well as the Milano brand, but yeah. So, oh, the other issue I had with this is if this did work for me, I would get this in dark brown. And the reason is with this wig, it has got the very deep dark kind of rooting, and you could see this where this started and stopped through the lacing because of the color. And this is a bizarre color for me, I think. I don't know. It's like, I think it should be more nude, so maybe it looks more like scalp. It's maybe it looks nude to you, but it's more of like a pinky champagne-y color, and it just looked bizarre as a scalp color. And then if I kind of, you know, took back my hair, I could see about here it would start, and you could see a real big difference. So So those are the reasons why this was not as successful. A lot of people swear by these, so I think it is such an individual thing. It's just about, and the dark brown color would have solved that issue, I think, with the scalp situation. But it's just, we all have different size heads, therefore we're going to have different issues we need to deal with, I think. So this didn't work for me. So the second thing that I wanted to try was to sew in these little extension clips. So it's a little scary because this is a lace wig and I don't want to tear a hole in, well, you know, into my wig doing this, but come to find out, a lot of people do and use these very successfully in this type of wig. So if you've never seen these before, these are tiny, tiny little clips, and they open like that and snap closed. And you will find these in little, you know, clip-in extensions. And I think they may even call these toupee clips as well. Maybe those are a little smaller, I don't know. Let me tell you, these babies are, these are strong. So I'll go through the pros and cons of this experiment. So this is what I'm currently wearing now. I didn't realize my hair was being weird. To secure this down. And let me tell you, it really works. I'm going to be wearing this wig all day though, to see the comfort level, to see if this is something that that won't give me a headache, because they are really secure. So I will put a link down because I stumbled across, and I got lucky, it happened to be the first one that I found. A gal did an amazing tutorial on how to sew these into your wigs. Because you have to make sure that they're facing the correct direction. For instance, I have one right about here. It's in a weird place because I didn't, if I put it up closer, it would have been so much more convenient. But I just didn't want to, even though I ordered this in dark brown, I didn't want to take that's kind of where I can part my hair. And I didn't want you to be able to see the clip in the lacing. So I put it back farther, and I have a better time of covering that up. And come to find out, actually, I looked and you really can't detect it. So I might take it out actually and put it closer, which then you probably will. So anyway, so yeah, you want to make sure that you watch that video if this is something that you are going to experiment with, because it makes it so easy. Just take the time to watch it. That way you're not going to put them in backwards, because they all have to be in such a way that it'll grip the hair, and then, you know, you snap it closed. So this is a very successful remedy to keeping your wig in place. Comfort level, I don't know. I'll let you know after today. If you have one that really gripped and it's pulling your hair, I would undo it and find another place. Maybe you got some baby hairs in there, and that will give you a headache and not be good for wearing your wig all day. So you kind of have to hit and miss maybe. So yes, these have worked really well. So I watched that video and I placed some a little farther back where the ear tab is. So you have to kind of pull it front, let it go back when they're open, and then clip them down, clip them shut. The clipping them shut is, I mean, you would think you'd be able to just like put your finger on both sides and, you know, press it down. Oh my gosh, these are heavy duty. So I actually have to kind of line up my ear tabs and then bring it down and then bring it back, and then I have to let this one go and do that with both hands and then kind of re-secure this one. My nape area, you kind of pull it down a little farther than you think you have to, let it get the hair, and then it does take usually two fingers to snap them shut. So yeah, that's it's secure. So yeah, I can pull on this wig, and it is not going anywhere, let me tell you. Not going anywhere. So yeah, that's why I decided today's going to be the day that I'm going to be wearing this wig all day long. Going to wear it out for the first time, and I feel very, very secure. Now the third, I kind of wish I would have received or decided to buy the third option first before these, because if it works and I do like it and I have the same amount of security that I do with these, I would have done that first. But it's okay, because I can just cut these you know, carefully cut them out and take them out, so it's not that bad. I didn't finish, but I do have 2 of them back here in the nape. You can't go, well, for me, I couldn't go too far down to the nape because I don't have any hair it would secure to with down there, so I had to go up a little bit. So I have 2 down there, 2 here, 1 here, and you just make sure they're all open before you put your wig on. That can be a little tricky. And then get it down where you need to, kind of adjust your ear tabs, these little temple tabs first before you secure anything. Make sure your wig is on straight before you start securing it. And yeah, so really a good thing with those. So the other thing that I mentioned is actually an adhesive. It's a water-based adhesive, comes off with water, hyperallergenic, and it's called It Stays. I've hopped around YouTube and it has had glowing reviews. I don't think I've actually come across somebody that hated it. So I'm going to be trying that. It is not a glue. It's totally safe for your own hair. That's the other issue with these is I don't want to cause too much friction and pull and then have my own hair thin even more. I think wearing wigs full time probably is going to do that. I hate to say it anyway. I could be wrong. I haven't researched that yet, but honestly, I'm so over my whole thinning hair. I'm not sure I'm that concerned about it, but yeah, I still don't want to cause undue harm. So that's why, for many reasons, the It Stays appeals. The idea appeals to me more. And I will put a few links down below of some videos that I've watched and how to put it on correctly, how to take it off correctly, and then how to care for your wig, because it comes completely off with water, and it doesn't, not supposed to ruin your wigs or anything like that. So I'm going to be receiving that probably next week, I think. So I'm hoping to get it before the wedding just to see if it would work and if I would like it even better than these little clips that I'm wearing. So that is that. Those are the things that I really wanted to talk to you about. I wanted to share with you, you know, the other stuff that I purchased because I was too excited and forgot to tell you that, and then how I have successfully secured my wig. The other thing I wanted to talk about is what I went through in the last couple days regarding my wig. So I wanted to try out this hairspray, and just not to, I didn't want anything that was gonna helmetize my wig. I still wanted movement and all of that, but I wanted maybe some memory there, so if I finally get it to lay just the way I want it, I'll have movement, but it'll kind of stay there, maybe especially the bang area, stuff like that. So I tried it, and I watched a video from Patti from Wigs by Patti Pearls, Patti's Pearls, and boy, I did not like what it did to the fibers of this wig. It caused it to kind of, it didn't make it sticky or gummy or anything like that, but it did clump it, and I didn't get the piecing, and the movement that I love so much from this wig kind of went away. And so it really changed the texture of this wig quite a bit, and didn't like that at all. And so I decided, because it just was, oh gosh, it really, I was almost gonna get really upset. I thought, what happened to my wig? I couldn't get it to look right. It just was, yeah. So I decided, okay, I'm gonna wash it. And I'm like, oh boy, I hope I don't ruin this. So I went on YouTube and watched Patti wash her wigs, and using the same, because I ordered this from her website, so using, you know, the same stuff, and it's so easy and everything, but still I was very, I think, overly cautious, and I think, and it didn't help, basically. It didn't help. And then of course you have to spray the conditioning spray after you wash it to kind of coat those fibers to get them back to being soft and all of that. So I did that, let it dry, and then lightly, you don't want to brush through it when it's wet, not even with this. So you just let it air dry on this. So I did that, and surprisingly it doesn't take as long to dry as I thought it would, because the cap and everything gets wet. Well, maybe it's this kind of cap. Maybe it's this type of cap dries quickly, but it didn't help. I put it back on and it just didn't help. Then I thought I grabbed the Detangler and sprayed that on just kind of the root area, not the root, but the opposite of the root area, kind of everything else. So I noticed it kind of felt a little dry, especially in the very ends. And then it was like, God, it just kept getting worse. And come to find out, I had grabbed this hairspray at that point, and I can't believe I did that. So it took me a while, because I had it on and I'm like, oh my God, it's still not working, even though it still didn't feel right even before I did this. But that definitely made it worse. So I'm like, oh my gosh. So I was on YouTube and watched another video from Patti, and it was a different one this time. And I don't remember, but if it was another one where she's washing her wigs, or if it was just another one I stumbled across, because I really do watch her videos a lot. I think they are so helpful. So come to find out, I really think, because when I did this, everything was fine, is I didn't get the shampoo out all the way. I was being way too cautious and just didn't get it out all the way. So I didn't rewash the wig again, but I did put it in the very cold water. I think she said even for some reason, even if you put ice in the water, just very cold water seems to do even a better job. So I just did what her technique, you have to still be very careful, but I really, really rinsed it really well. So that was really late at night last night, and I put it on, you know, kind of brushed it out when it was completely dry, not brushed, used this, and it's back to the way it was when I first got it. Oh, thank goodness. I was just thinking, is it the fiber in the wig? Because there are some cons to these heat defiant fibers, and they can do the clumpy thing, and I thought, wow, but I have not even worn this yet, technically. I've just been messing with it. I have not worn it all day, and already, like, wow. So no, it was definitely that I did not get all the shampoo out. So get all the shampoo out. And I will put the link down to the video of Patti washing one of her wigs in her bathroom sink, and it was, you know, again, it was very helpful. So that was that little bit. Anyway, guys, so I think that's it for this video. I hope that these are going to be helpful to you, for those of you that maybe are thinking about getting a wig finally, or for whatever your personal reasons are for even, I mean, if you're watching this and you haven't jumped yet and done it, you obviously are thinking about it. And I just hope that my videos, because I know there are many, but I hope this experience that I'm having with my very first wig, and me being such a beginner, and the things that I'm messing up on or that I've made a mistake with, and some of my resources will help you feel more secure in doing it. I really think you should try it, and I would recommend getting a good wig. I think a first wig needs to be a good quality wig to give you the best experience from the beginning possible. So I don't think I would recommend getting a human hair wig. I think that's for more veterans, because there's so much more to know and learn about how to handle those. But I definitely would recommend you not get a real cheap wig for your first wig. That is just my opinion. I just think you need to set yourself up for the best possible experience for your first time. I would also probably, it just depends on your personality. If you're a real bold person, and one of the things that really is exciting to you about maybe wearing a wig is doing something completely different, and you are just, then that's fine. But for a lot of us, even though I consider myself a fairly secure person, if I would have went with like a short pixie cut right off, I think I would have just tapped out and had, because this was very overwhelming, and I'm still not completely used to seeing myself with this much hair. So it takes me probably a good hour before I'm like, you know. So it is shocking. It's just something to get used to with your first wig. So yeah, I'd probably recommend going with a hairstyle that you already wear, or one that you used to wear, or just something that you know you feel comfortable with. If you're used to longer medium hair, to have something around your neck will probably feel secure. And on the opposite, if you're used to having really short hair, a longer wig probably is going to be hard for you to get used to. So that would be my 2 cents on the whole thing. Okay. All right, guys. So I'm going to be recording some other videos today about some of the makeup related topics. So for now, I'm finished with this one, and I will have another wig related video coming out soon. I'm going to wait and give you an update on my first out in the real world with this girl. Okay. All right, guys. Until next time, stay young at heart.